Shot.
Oh.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Knitting in Our Jeans. I'm Elizabeth, also Toolizzforyou on Ravelry, and I'm having a little trouble with the cord for the computer right now. And this is my mom, Carolyn, also cpredmor, cpredmor on Ravelry. We're both on Instagram. The podcast is on Instagram.
And we're at another Marriott.
We are at another Marriott. We are actually at Vogue Knitting Live. Sorry for no update last week, but she was in British Virgin Islands.
I loved it. Loved it.
And had no internet.
Oh.
Except for enough to text and not enough to video chat, so I couldn't have been like, let's do something where we can record.
Trying to upload things to Instagram and it would say, nope, not doing that. Ha! Or I try to send a picture via text message and it would go partially. And the line would keep going and then die. So I'm back.
You're back.
I'm back.
And now we're at Vogue Knitting. And
yes.
we are going to do three
we're so
short...
tired.
We are. We both are so tired. I have not really slept.
Thing, I got up this morning. I woke up. I was too excited. I got up at 3:45. I had the alarm set for 4:30 because there was going to be a funeral for Stephen McDonald, the police officer who was shot, I guess about 25, 30 years ago, and then forgave the man who shot him. And he's been working as a police officer in an office, and he had a heart attack on Tuesday. Anyway, his funeral was today at St. Patrick's, and I knew crossing town was going to be really difficult. So I was going to leave early anyway. But
also because she's a morning person.
Yeah, that's true. Crazy. Anyway, I got up and I left the house. I was on the road by 4:06. Not excited or anything. And I got in here by 5 o'clock. They had a room ready for me, and they said, I'm so sorry, but they have you booked for a suite. I said, I only paid for a room. So we have a suite. And in fact, the man at 5 o'clock in the morning worked so hard to make sure that we could keep this same room all weekend. So my husband's coming in tomorrow night just to bask in the glory of the suite.
Also, because I think he wants to get dinner and go do something.
Yeah. So we'll probably go to a movie or a show.
I saw him yesterday very briefly, so I think he was very like, oh, you're here.
Yes.
And I was like, I'm going to go hang out with Mom. And he was like,
yes.
Don't you love me?
So anyway, he's going to join us for dinner.
He is, and that'll be fun. Something. Yeah, we haven't decided whether we're going to go see a show or we're going to go see a movie.
One of the two.
Yeah. But yes, so we're here at Vogue Knitting Live. We're going to do 3 short episodes over this weekend because Mom isn't... Well, we're here 3 days, and Mom isn't sure she's going to remember what we did today all on Sunday.
No,
so we're just going to do 3 short episodes.
Yes.
So today you started earlier than I did.
Stephen West. Oh my God. He's wonderful. And his assistant today was his mother.
Also, hello. I know my mother gave you a card, so if you are watching, welcome.
That's right.
She spoke so highly of you and kept on sending me text messages of how wonderful your class was.
Absolutely. And as we all know, Stephen West just is superb with these really inventive designs for shawls that are mostly garter stitch, but some brioche and some stockinette, but basically things that most of us could approach. And I know I've done his doodler shawl.
I'm working on the Old Forge blanket.
And I've got his Excuse Me sweater on my needles. And I knew his energy was great.
And I did the flamboyant.
Mm-hmm. And so anyway, I signed up for his class. When I got there was one woman in the room, and she said, this class sold out within 2 days. I said, I had no idea, because as soon as I saw it, I signed up for it. I didn't pay attention after that. Anyway, he was talking about how he designed shawls, and then he had us do several samplers in terms of... his short rows, which I love the way he does his short rows. I can actually do those short rows. I've done German short rows before, and I couldn't do them again on a heartbeat. I'd have to look at YouTube. But this is incredibly easy, so we practiced that. He showed us how he does his big circles in his shawls with the yarn overs, or double yarn overs, or treble yarn overs. And then we talked about color choices, and we talked about Is a mistake, or is it a variation? Anyway, I have an idea for a shawl design, so I've already started it.
It's super exciting.
It's very exciting. It's on the floor over here. I'll be right back.
So she did that class, and she got photos with him. If you saw her Instagram, she posted a photo with him. So that's the beginnings of it. It's currently it's got a
tangle.
Got a problem. So it's got a bit of a short rowy thing going on right now.
Yes. So that's what I did there. And I guess I had several pictures taken. And I told him about the podcast. And we gave him a card. So we'll see if he's interested. But it really was a really fantastic class. If you ever have a chance to take a class with Steven, do yourself a favor and take the class. That's all I can say. So then, let's see.
And then I joined her for lunch after working a half day at my job. And she got the Westknits Bestness book and got it signed by Steven.
I got an autograph.
She's adorable.
So, Carolyn, keep on knitting, kitten. And then he draws a kitten face, and then he signs it.
You were so excited.
I'm very excited.
It's adorable. So then I came in for lunch, or I brought lunch from Chipotle, and we ate lunch.
That was excellent.
It was. And so we ate lunch, and then
went to our next
class, which was photography for knitting, or for fibers, or photographing your knits, I think is the official name, with Franklin Habit.
Yes.
Was wonderful.
We both had classes with him before.
We both have had classes with him before. We really like his style. Unfortunately,
he is always prepared.
Always. Unfortunately, Mother and I don't really have much going in the way of brain power right now.
Oh, and even less during the class.
Yeah.
I almost fell off my chair.
I'm pretty sure I've gotten 4 hours of sleep every day this week.
I haven't done much better, as you all may know, because we flew home from Tortola. So I'm running on about the same amount of sleep.
So I really learned a lot. I took notes, and these are things that I can definitely do in the future. But when it came time for
the thing,
that was really good.
We can post that so that on Instagram, so you can see what I'm talking about.
But it's one of those things where right now I'm so tired that actually trying to take photos while sitting in that room, also because the lighting in that room sucked.
It was horrible. I actually got sleepier as I took notes.
Oh, yeah. I just kept knitting. Speaking of which, I'm working on Clue 2 of the Shlanket MKAL by Mina Phillips.
We met her.
We met. We were walking
the marketplace
into the marketplace on the 6th floor, and she was walking out, and Mom stopped her. I didn't want to stop her because I knew Mom would.
Well, she said in her podcast, stop her and say hi, and that's all I did. I did not reach out.
No, you didn't. No, you said you
I went to shake her hand. She grabbed me up and gave me a hug.
Yes. She's tall. She's like taller than we are, and we're tall.
Well, I'm 5'9". You're 5'9". She may be 5'10".
No,
we didn't check the shoes.
5'11".
We didn't check the shoes.
We did not check the shoes.
We didn't check the shoes, and I wear flats.
Yeah, and I mean, I have small shoes on today.
But she seemed very tall. But anyway, very nice.
Not anything against it, just surprising. And I mean, she's a tall, beautiful drink of water, and who's currently adorably pregnant. So
yes, and just was very, very pleasant, very well, very
so wonderful,
welcoming,
warm and welcoming. Warm and welcoming is, I think, where my mother went to go with that.
And all I've had for dinner is a mocktail. I mean, I had this lovely concoction that's just fruit and juice and ice cubes downstairs and a lovely steak. Yeah. Anyway, so I wanted to show them this.
Oh, so while Mom was in Tortola basking in the sun,
I was also knitting.
That was the segue, Mom.
So
she made a baby sweater
for a friend of ours. Grandson. And so now that I've saved it to show to you all, I will be packing it in the mail on Tuesday, since Monday is a federal holiday. It's called The Little Coffee Bean.
It's so cute.
And it was pretty easy to knit. It's 200 I think 280 yards, and I made it out of Berroco, which is the the deep navy blue black. And then you got me Red Heart from Michael's, so that it's completely washable and dryable. And I think that, and the buttons are some that I had gotten from Michael's about a year ago when they were having a sale. So I got this whole container of buttons for $1. So these buttons are probably worth, a penny a piece. So I love the sweater. So I did that.
It's so cute.
And then I did post online that flat baby blanket. It was so cold on that boat when the air conditioner was running.
Which is supposed to be. So that's supposed to be her.
Bum hugger.
I made one last Sunday for Quidditch for Harry Potter Knit Club. But I made mine in Nerd Girl Yarns Rant in the colorway I myself am Strange and Unusual, one of the Halloween colorways, which I love. Also, Rant is the softest, most wonderful fuzziness. I just can't stop touching it. It's glorious.
It really, and
everyone keeps coming up to me.
Keeps coming up and petting it too.
It's the funniest thing. Like, I don't mind it because I understand it looks fantastic. And it's so warm and so comfortable.
Which you need around here because some of these rooms,
it's freaking freezing.
Where the classes are cold, and then some others are really hot.
So, Mom, when she was knitting hers, decided not to seam it up because she needed a blanket on the boat.
Right.
And then she did seam it up.
And it was too big.
So she's now.
So now I'm frogging it, but I seem to have taken apart the cast on.
Before we started, she goes, so I wasn't sure if this was my bind off, showing me her bind off edge, which honestly I can't tell is a bind off either. I'm not knocking your statements, Mom. I'm just saying it.
But I could find the end down here.
She can find the end down there. She goes, but it's not ripping. I have to pull it. It's not pulling out. I have to undo it. I go, Ma, that means that's your cast on.
Well, I said I thought so,
goes,
but
well.
This is what I could get. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it down another. It needs to be about 4 rows less. So I'm going to take it down 8 rows, then knit the border ribbing, and then it'll be 4 rows less, and then I'll put together my bum hugger again. Mine, I love it. It was just falling off my shoulder, and I really do like it.
And mine kind of does, but I feel like mine's just.
Shall we?
It fits a little better. Yeah, I wanted to. So as I said last time, I've been falling down the cross stitch hole. So I started my BB-8. It's really pretty. It's from Stitchline on Etsy. She currently has a BOGO sale going on, so if you're into it, go do it. So that's what it's going to end up looking like.
Oh my goodness.
I'm very excited. I also got the Clouds Factory, it's cloudsfactory.net. I got their stitch along from last year, which is travel themed, and we all know I love travel themed things, so yeah. And I also got this year's stitch along, and the first month was just released. So I'm trying to get those started, but I want to finish BB-8 first. And I think... and then I knit this hat, minus the bobble. Hold on. I have to get the bobble off now so I can show you the hat without the bobble, because I bought the bobble today. And yes, I know I call it a bobble. So I knit this hat over the week, just out of leftovers from my bum hugger, because I felt like I needed a bobble hat.
It was 14 degrees on Monday, that's why.
Right, but I didn't have it for Monday, and then it got up to 65 degrees on Thursday.
And it's going to be
weather
down to
has
30
been
tonight.
Ridiculous in New York City. So I decided I needed a bobble hat. You'll notice there is no bobble on here, because I wanted a faux fur bobble. So at Neighborhood Fiber Co., her booth, Karita's booth. Hello, Karita. We also give you a card. If you are checking us out, we adore you, as you probably know from our multiple conversations over the years.
I bought 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
I did too. So I got a bauble. I know they're called pom-poms, but I watch a lot of British beauty vlogs. I got a bad
Neighborhood fiber.
I do call them baubles because in the UK they're super, super popular, like, style of hat, and they're called bauble hats.
Yes.
So it's my bauble hat. I've been wearing it today because it's cold out, or it's cold in the hotel. I've been kind of wearing it like this. You can wear it with the brim up. I don't really like that as much.
Not for you.
It doesn't work on me as well. It's just not. But with the, oh my God, I'm seeing it with the bauble. It's so freaking cute with the bauble. Even if I don't slouch this, like if I let it be kind of structural.
Very nice.
It's so cute. So I got the bauble today at the marketplace.
Bought a bauble.
Mom bought a black bauble.
And what I'm doing it with is this.
Oh.
Yes. Which is Stone Mill, I think. It's from leftover from a hat I made last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm making Mina Phillips dragon's teeth hat.
That'll be great.
Yes. With this.
The faux fur bauble. Oh, that'll be so pretty.
Pretty.
So at Neighborhood, I also got 1600 pen. I got it on. I got it on Masonette, which is 50%
lace,
merino and 50% silk. This is their lace weight. It's 1,250 yards. I think I'm gonna make a Cecile like over sweater out of it.
Pretty.
Or I also got it in Loft because there is a Quince & Co. I think it's called Florette or Fiorette.
Yes.
And you hold the two together, and it's beautiful. So
it really is. It's in there.
I'm debating, and I'm pretty sure you have the pattern, so I can find it. I know I
wanted the pattern.
Right. So I couldn't find it in the booth, so I don't know if I have enough. But 1600 pen is being discontinued as of January 19th.
It was made to commemorate Michelle Obama getting into the White House, and now she's leaving.
So it is leaving. But it is a gorgeous purple by Neighborhood Fiber Co., and I needed it.
This is what it looks like in the studio sock that they have.
It has a lot more pinky tones than than the rest of their purples, which are much more.
I got a sweaters quantity.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what sweater I'll make, but it's certainly a sweaters quantity.
The inspiration and the fact that it's a beautiful purple by Carita, we couldn't resist.
Really couldn't.
And then
can do no wrong in my book, just so you know.
I know. It's
just so you know.
We love her.
Putting it out there.
We do love her.
All right, so then we're going to talk about what else we found down the hole with, and then you have to run.
And then, yes, I do have to run soon. I'm going to get dinner with a friend of ours. So then we found Feather Your Nest, which is from Ontario, and they have a booth. And they have Socks That Rock, or they have Blue Moon Fiber Arts.
Yes.
Which is Socks That Rock. And so they have 3 colorways for this, specifically Vogue Knitting Live, 2 of which are Rise Up, which I got on the Super Sparkle, which is Hamilton themed, and of course I needed sparkly Hamilton yarn. And then I got classic Socks That Rock in neon lights on Broadway, which really stripes up beautifully. They had a woman who had knit each of the colorways, and I got those 2. And then while Mom was checking out with what you'll see she got, she holds up a skein and goes, "Look at this! It's called Concrete Jungle! Look at this!" So guess what I came home with? Bulky, and Mom came home with some too. Bulky, or chubby, Hedgehog Fiber in Concrete Jungle, which is the exclusive VKL colorway for New York City this year. New York City VKL colorway.
Because we need it.
Because I, of course, need
It
this.
looks like graffiti.
It does, from Neighborhood, or it looks like graffiti. It looks like Concrete Jungle. I feel like I need a black bauble now, though, to put on this.
Okay.
Or I can
know where to get one.
Or I can get one, or I can see what
Cheryl has.
Cheryl's look like. Cheryl, our
from Knit, our local
knit shop, Knit in Roslyn, has a booth. She didn't bring her baubles, but she said
we can
and of
ask
course,
her for one.
Yeah, she said she just got an order in, so I can ask her if she can put one aside for me.
Yes.
Because we do like to support not just our indie dyer people we like,
but our local yarn shops.
but also our local yarn shops.
And she has always been lovely, and
she squealed and gave us a hug when she saw us today.
Goes out of her way to get the
does.
stuff that we need. So that's perfect.
She's wonderful.
So yes, I got the chunk, which if I buy any more after today, it's going to be because I see some chunky or some Aran weight that I need. I think I mentioned before that Katie of Inside Number 23 is doing a Harry Potter knit along all year long.
Maybe I can make the Hermione hat that I saw that I was saying I should have made the hat from the leftovers of these. I can do that.
Anyway, so I got this, which is Blue Moon Fiber Arts Super Sparkle, and it's called Purple Phantom, but for me, there you can see it just shouts magic. And so I thought I would use
you could
this.
Say minute. Cornelius Fudge has a purple suit.
Perfect.
Also Tonks has purple hair.
Tonks is perfect. So this is going to be used for socks for that Harry Potter knit along. And then the year that they're taking to go look for Horcruxes, this to me just kind of shouted being lost in the wilderness. It is called Socks That Rock, and the colorway is Tide Pooling. And I'm not saying it's a sad colorway, but for me it's a much more muted colorway. And it feels, or it looks the way I feel that movie, specifically the first movie of the 7th. Coming across.
I should say the movie 7.1.
That's right. So I'll use this for socks, again, for the Harry Potter. This is called Introspect.
And she just couldn't put it down.
And I couldn't put it down. So I can't tell you what it's going to be. I can't tell you how I'm going to tie it into Harry Potter. I'm going to do my damnedest. Maybe this is going to become my Patronus.
Ooh.
I like that. According to Pottermore, my Patronus is a salmon or a fish.
Mine's a dolphin.
So, well, you're just special.
I am.
So I may say that this is my Patronus, and that would make another.
Yes.
So I have found 8 patterns that have a Harry Potter name to them. Add these 3 that I can say are magic in some way. So that gives me 11 out of 12 things. And then, sweater quantity. This is Socks That Rock Neon Lights on Broadway.
And it is just gorgeous.
And yes. Not 1, not 2,
not 3, but 4.
And it was made for this year's Vogue Knitting Live. It is 405 yards of superwash merino, lightweight. And I'm sure I can find a sweater pattern that it will be perfect for.
Mm-hmm.
So, and what else? And that's all that I bought.
Yeah. And I mean, we really haven't had much, we don't really have much to say. We did some knitting. I did give my coworkers their hats. I don't believe I have any photos of the hats except for the kind of crappy ones that are on
Instagram.
Ravelry. And then I have one of them on top of the bum hugger because I knit them all. I knit the last 2 of them last weekend. But I gave them to my coworkers on Monday, and they loved them, specifically because it was 14 degrees out, and our office was freezing. So all of the women wore the hats that I knit them, and they really appreciated them. And of course, the woman who had made the sarcastic remark about me knitting her a hat was like, "You didn't have? Oh well, thank you."
Thank you.
She of course said it as a joke, and I knew that, but I did it. So that's where we're at on Friday. So this has been really quick and dirty, kind of.
Yes.
So maybe tomorrow I'll be able to show you what Clue 2 looks like.
Yes, I didn't bring my stuff for Clue 2. I am going to work on that dragon's tooth hat. And hopefully finish that. I think
after this, I want to work on, I'm going to make the cat hats for Cass and Beck, and Becca, because they're marching in DC next week. So I want to get those. Okay. I want to knit those. They're not hard hats to knit.
Not.
They're just,
it's like a big
it's
rectangle.
bulky weight, so it's
the pillowcase.
Yeah, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you'll see those tomorrow.
That's right.
All right. Well, it was good talking to you. If you see us around this weekend, if you're at Vogue Knitting Live, please come find us. I'm going to be tomorrow. I'm probably going to be wearing my Reflected Lines, which is a blue sweater with green and purple stripes, and probably a gray shirt under that. I might have my bobble hat on, depending on how cold it is, or I might have my gray hat that I have.
I'm not wearing a hat.
No, but that's also.
I got my curls
you have your
going
curls.
on. I'm going to be wearing that kind of orangish, burnt orange sweater that looks like it's supposed to be tree trunks growing together.
Pink, but okay.
All right, pink, burnt orange, whatever. And
so if you see us,
tomorrow, so that's what I'm going to wear.
So if you see us, come say hi.
We'll give you a business card.
Yeah, we made them yesterday. It was very exciting.
Yes.
So hope to talk to you all tomorrow.
That's
and
right.
have
and thanks
more
for coming back. If you're coming back, and thanks for checking us out. If you're a new viewer, I can't imagine, but we're having a great time. So thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
All righty,
bye.